What actually happens at a movie theater after midnight? Most people think it's empty, kind of creepy, and maybe even a little rundown. So in the next few nights, I'll be testing what the late night theater experience is really like. Because honestly, I always wondered if the theaters felt different when the clock hits 12. First up, iPic movie theaters. Maybe you never heard of this theater, mostly because there's only 13 locations in this country. But iPic is known to be a fancy type of theater. Comfortable reclining seats, servers who deliver food to you, and they even offer pillows and blankets. But how does this theater look like after midnight? So I have really high hopes for this, and I'm gonna be watching the Fantastic Four.
Say that again?
Although I already watched it, so I'm gonna be sitting for 2 hours until it's midnight, and then I can record stuff. Let's go inside. When you think about a movie theater after midnight, it feels kind of unsettling. But to see what it's actually like, I'll be testing it on 3 things: the vibe, the crowd, and the cleanliness. The movie started at 10:10, so I strolled in, found my seat, and settled in for a second time watching this film. This place was practically a ghost town. Just me and maybe 2 other people just scattered in this giant room. And since that amount of people is probably not gonna change for the rest of the movie, the crowd rating is getting a generous 1 out of 5. The plan? Wait until the clock strikes midnight before exploring the theater. So for now, all I could do was kick back and watch the movie again and count down the minutes.
There's 5 minutes till midnight, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm already kind of falling asleep. This is gonna be a tough challenge.
Finally, 12 o'clock hits. Time to see what this place is really about. First stop, the bathroom. And wow, I wasn't ready for how fancy this was. We're talking marble counters, spotless white sinks, even the toilet looked shiny. So far, the bathroom here is pretty nice.
The only weird thing is that there's some water on the roof dripping down, making a whole mess.
But other than that, this is a very luxurious bathroom for a movie theater. But let's keep walking around the whole place and see if it's just as nice as the bathroom. And since the movie finally finished, I swung back into the theater room. And again, everything was immaculate. No popcorn on the floor, no mystery stains on the chairs. Even the little menus on the seat tables were still perfectly in place. Then there's the main lounge. And calling it a lounge feels like an understatement. Premium furniture, stylish decor, random art pieces on the wall. This honestly felt like a hotel lobby than a movie theater. So for the cleanliness, 5 out of 5. Not a crumb in sight. As for the vibe, a solid 4 out of 5. The purple lighting and modern furniture scream luxury. But it did feel a little empty at times. Like, where was everyone? The hallways, the front desk, completely deserted. I just finished leaving the movie theater. It's almost 1 in the morning, and to be honest with you, iPic theaters is gonna be very tough to beat. And tomorrow, once again late at night, we're going to Regal. Regal Cinemas is one of the biggest movie theater chains in the US. They're known for spacious auditoriums, big screens, and comfy recliners. But what's it like when the place finally empties out? The movie I'm gonna be watching tonight is Weapons. It's like this horror movie that involves kids running weird. That's genuinely all I know about this right now. And joining me tonight is my girlfriend. Say hi to the camera.
Hello, guys.
You don't have to be doing a British accent.
Okay. Again.
We're gonna go watch Weapons. So I headed inside and purchased the tickets.
So can we get F8 and F7?
But just for the fun of it, I wanted to know if the concession stand was open past midnight.
Sorry, I have a quick question. What time does the concession stand close? 11:30? Okay, thank you so much.
Yep, there goes that idea. But anyways, we walk into the theater room ready for this late night experience. Going up the stairs, I noticed there was a lot more people than there was last night. So for the crowd rating, I'm giving it a 3 out of 5. Sitting down, I already noticed 2 problems. The first being how messed up these chairs were. I mean, just look at this. This is in poor shape. And what's even worse, when the movie was starting, there was one light on the roof that wouldn't shut off, which meant that we were watching the movie with the lights turned on. And just when I thought it couldn't get worse, someone started flashing their foot on the screen. Regal is off to a crazy start. But for now, all I can do is watch the movie and wait until midnight. Time to explore. First up, the theater room. Some of the chairs were in poor condition and the lights were malfunctioning. The floor, however, was clean. Next up, the bathroom. Just like at iPic, everything for the most part was spotless. Clean floors, sinks, and toilets. Then came the concession stand, and walking up to it, it was kind of creepy. It's empty right now. Obviously, it was empty, but the surrounding darkness and the background white noise was giving it a scary vibe. But everything was clean and organized. And last up, the main entrance. It was really empty, except for this one lady sitting in the back. But just like the rest of the places, this was all maintained well. Cleanliness gets a 4.5. But with the creepy ambiance this place was giving, I'm rating the vibe score a solid 3 out of 5.
And I'm finally back from watching Weapons. Honestly, this movie theater is way worse than the last one. It's creepy, it's dark, it's old. It almost felt like the whole theater was empty, like there weren't even any workers there.
What is the vibe? Just creepy. I don't know. It's just creepy. It's old. It needs...
Very creepy.
Would I come back to this one? I probably would, but not past midnight, no. Maybe 8 p.m. max.
Regal, you were okay. But next up, AMC.
We've all heard of AMC. It's the biggest movie theater chain in the country. They got tasty snacks, arcade games, and some pretty impressive theater rooms. I got high expectations for this since I practically grew up watching movies here, but I've never seen it after midnight.
The AMC can seem a little dirty, so this could end up being the worst movie theater of them all. Yes, I know I'm in an empty garage right now. It doesn't look like we're in a movie theater. That's because the AMC that I go to is inside a mall, so I feel really weird recording in the middle of a parking garage. I mean, I know it's empty, but it's kind of creepy, I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, for today, we're gonna be watching the new Superman movie. I gotta see for myself if it lives up for the hype. So let's go in the theater and watch the Superman movie.
I spotted the massive AMC sign and headed inside. While grabbing my ticket, I couldn't help but notice how many seats were already reserved. Compared to the last two theaters, this was easily the busiest one I've seen this late at night. Ticket in hand, I went straight to the theater room to see if all those reservations actually showed up. And yeah, they did. Plenty of the seats were filled. So for the crowd rating, I'm giving this a solid 4 out of 5. But anyway, it's time to relax and watch the Superman movie. This movie is one of the greatest Superman movies I've seen in my life. Yeah, I think I was a little too excited for this. But finally, the movie ended and the clock hit 12, so it's time to explore. But the moment I stepped out, I noticed security patrolling the place. Guess I had to be quick. First stop, the theater room. No popcorn on the floor, no soda in sight, and the chairs all in great shape. At least, way better than Regal's. Next stop, the bathrooms.
So far, it's very clean here, even past midnight. But they do have some problems. Look at this. The door to this stall literally is too big. How do you even mess that up? And if you walk into the next stall, look at this one. This one is too short. The lock doesn't even work.
I know this isn't exactly a midnight problem, but I just thought it was funny. But anyways, everything here was spotless too. Next up, the hallways. Completely empty, not a soul in sight. And yeah, everything looked well kept. By the time I reached the main entrance, I saw the workers blocking it off for the night. Now, most people would have just left, but not me. I wasn't about to leave without checking out these arcade games. So yeah, this was the moment. My heart is pounding, security is still making rounds, and workers are locking things up, but I slipped through before they could stop me. I walked fast, trying to look casual while knowing I absolutely wasn't supposed to be here. And so for the games, all powered down, screens black. But the area itself, pretty much clean, well maintained, like it was almost ready for the next day. And as I was walking through, I couldn't help but notice that some of these employees were looking at me. So for the cleanliness, a perfect 5 out of 5. Not a single thing out of place. And for the vibe, I'm giving it a 4.5. Everything looked awesome. I was just kinda salty I wasn't able to play the games. Not bad, AMC. It gave a really good midnight experience.